Yeah, I agree. I think today probably we've done enough, just to get more than a loss, to be honest. But also we need to accept it. We need to respect also what Orlando has done. I think we all know that they are a good team, and it wasn't an easy game today. But in terms of creating chances, I think we had our opportunities. And then those first two goals, especially, I think, were in key moments. After you score, then at the end of the first half, sorry, we've conceded the first one, and then just at the beginning of the second half. So I think that's important, something that we obviously we want to avoid. But yeah, I think the team can take a lot of positive things from this game. It wasn't an easy one because where we are coming from, obviously they had the same schedule, so it was an equal game against a great opponent, and yeah, as always, I like to take positive things and learnings from each game.
Um, Obviously, because of the number of games, I imagine informed the lineup, the rotation. How do you think some of the players that maybe haven't been playing as much as the season has gone on, how do you think that they fared today?
They've done a great job today, or in our mind, we had to prioritize those rotations, try to protect the players because again, we are coming from, 2 crazy weeks, honestly, with a lot of games. Especially last week, we are gonna play. We've played 3 games, I think, in 7-8 days. So we need to prioritize that, and I think it's important that they can also feel that they can start the game, they can be important, and we need to prioritize sometimes other things than just the result. Knowing that now most of the players are going to go with the national team and a lot of travels out of the country. Most of them, they have 2 games. Even US, they have 3 games. So we don't know what's going to happen there. So we wanted to be aware today and try to be a little bit more conservative and making those subs. So I think they've done a great job, and that helps them, and also that helps the team to have more depth.
Buenas tardes, Adrián. Hablando un poco de la sobrecarga de partidos que ha tenido el equipo, ¿qué beneficio tiene ya tener este pequeño descanso debido a la fecha FIFA?
Pues creo que todas necesitamos descanso. La lástima que tenemos muchas jugadoras internacionales y no van a tener el descanso que quizá necesitan o merecen, porque, bueno, como decía, muchas jugadoras van a tener que viajar fuera del país con 2 o 3 partidos. Y no es fácil, pero bueno, intentaremos también desconectar un poco de lo que es la liga, intentar también pues descansar, las jugadoras que se queden aquí, intentar recuperar y a partir de ahí pues preparar el último partido contra Utah y también seguir mejorando de cara a playoff.
Gracias.
So obviously, secured the second seed, a lot of games in the last week. So there was a lot of changes in the lineup. How does it change the kind of structural tactics and everything with the personnel that are on the field?
It's the same. We always, according to the profiles that we have, we adjust a little bit how we build up, how we press, and trying to, knowing our players, their strengths. But at the end of the day, we've been working together for a long time, so we all know what we want to do, which spaces we want to occupy or we want to attack. So it's just a matter of details to just maybe put some players together or try to emphasize more a way to progress. Maybe sometimes with 2, with 3, sometimes exploring a little bit more, behind or the width according to who is there. But at the end of the day, the general idea is the same.
And can you speak on just Sofia Cantore as a player and how her importance is going to be in the playoffs next season, everything like that?
Well, she's doing a great job. I think it wasn't easy because she was coming from a long season and then the Euros. She couldn't have the rest that probably she needed. So coming here to a new country, adapting to a new environment, a new league, with the intensity that we have in this league is not easy. And I think she's performing really good. Obviously, we feel that she's a little bit tired, because of what she's been doing in the past, and now is the last stretch for her. But I think it's a player that is going to help us a lot as a forward, as a 9. Also, she can play as a lead, as a wing, for example, today, but kind of fake wing, just going inside. We can have two strikers with her on Monday. Really hard-working player, and also I think she feels really good with the team. So, yeah, super happy.
Thank you.
Right behind.
Hey, Adrián. I'm curious, we talk about securing the number 2 seed and home field advantage and things like that. How much does the current reality align with your ideal vision for how you'd like to head into the playoffs?
What do you mean?
So I'm curious, if you're maybe making a checklist of the things you'd like to see, the things you would hope for with this team entering the playoffs, how much does the reality align with that vision?
That's a deep question.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that. I think we are in a good spot, honestly, because what we are seeing now, I think, again, it's a matter of details, sometimes the games, but I think the team is more than prepared to face any opponent. I haven't had the feeling that we had a bad game or an opponent that was, much better than us. Obviously, we've been playing a lot of games, but the feelings have been great, honestly. And as we always say, we have a lot of options, a lot of depth. All players are involved, and building that going to the playoffs, that gives you a lot of options. It doesn't matter who start, or you can attack, defend in a different ways. We can be unpredictable, and according to who we are going to play against, so we can adjust a little bit. But I think we are in a good way to have a great performance in the playoffs.
All right, we'll go to this side. We'll go to the front.
Buenas tardes, Coach. Estas últimas semanas, ¿verdad? Le dijiste al compañero en inglés, porque se te ha cuestionado mucho sobre la rotación, sobre una posición u otra donde pone una jugadora. ¿Qué tan difícil es poder quizás romper con ese paradigma de que todos los equipos tienen 11 jugadoras estelares? En la Washington Spirit eso no existe. Aquí cada cual puede comenzar, depende de la táctica, como te has dicho anteriormente, esto los convierte en un equipo que no es predecible. O sea, ¿cómo tú puedes cambiar esa cultura para que entiendan tu juego y lo que quieres llevar?
Bueno, al final yo respeto todas las opiniones y lo que estamos intentando construir es eso, es un equipo pues muy dinámico, muy versátil, donde la jugadora también pueda tener más variabilidad. Ya no solo pensando en el equipo, sino también pensando en la jugadora. Nuestra obligación es ayudarle a la jugadora a desarrollarse. Y el hecho de que tengamos jugadoras, prácticamente toda la plantilla, que puedan ocupar diferentes posiciones, diferentes espacios, le ayuda muchísimo al equipo a nivel colectivo, pero también a nivel individual. A partir de aquí yo creo que la jugadora y el equipo se están beneficiando de eso, por bien un poco lo que decías, ¿no? Tenemos muchísimas opciones de atacar y defender de diferente manera, y a partir de ahí nosotras lo valoramos como algo muy positivo. Evidentemente vamos a seguir insistiendo en eso, sabiendo que hay jugadoras que son mejores a lo mejor en determinadas posiciones, pero que en algún momento dado, durante la liga o el playoff, pues también quizás las podemos utilizar en otros.
¿Tú crees que eso quizás sea, cómo llevarlo, cómo ponerlo así? Quizás tú crees que estás poniendo la primera piedrita para lo que será quizás en el futuro el fútbol moderno así, que no existe una posición y que se rotee y se varee, depende del equipo que tenga al frente.
Bueno, no estoy inventando nada yo, esto ya muchos entrenadores y entrenadoras que también lo hacen en diferentes ligas, niveles, y creo que la tendencia del fútbol pues va ahí, ¿no? Quizá hemos sido educados todas y todos anteriormente, ¿no? A una posición fija, pero ya en los últimos años estamos viendo que el fútbol es mucho más dinámico, que no nos podemos cerrar solo pues eso, a jugar de una determinada manera o con un sistema fijo. El fútbol o un partido de fútbol hay muchísima complejidad e incertidumbre, y a partir de ahí pues cuando la pelota se mueve todo se vuelve difícil y complejo, y las jugadoras al final ocupan diferentes espacios. Entonces yo creo que bueno, ya hemos creado eso desde los últimos 2 años y ahora quizá pues estamos recogiendo esos frutos, pero la idea es seguir construyendo de cara al futuro.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Coach. You've already said that the performance you thought was there today. Obviously, the result isn't. Curious with how it's right up against an international break, and then you've got one game in the playoffs. Is this a type of result that you are telling players to put behind them, or because it's ending an unbeaten streak, something to kind of carry with them into like a motivational standpoint?
Honestly, I know that in professional sports, the results are the most important thing. But to be honest, and I say that, if you know, when we were winning, when we were tying, and when we lose also, I say the same. So the result is there. Obviously, it's our aim, but we are building something else. I mean, as a coach, you need to also, take other things about what you do, how you train, how you perform, how the process is going, the interactions that you are building. Because sometimes in the past, maybe we got a better result, but maybe we didn't play as we wanted. So it's the same. So we are always ambitious in terms of what we want to achieve, what in terms of behaviors. Then the result is a consequence. Sometimes you don't do too much and you get a win, and you can get confused. Sometimes maybe you do a lot and you lose. This is part of the game. So I don't think this result is a key factor, to be honest, because, again, we've been building a lot of, situations, and the mindset that we have, we know how to, avoid those situations where we are not identifying just with one result. Because if not, I think you can get confused. You can think that you are too good when you win, and now we can think that we are too bad because we lost a game, and that's not true. So the message was clear for me, for the players. I think we've done a good job. Now it's time to rest the ones that we can. Some of them, they don't have rest because they are going to travel and play with the nationals. So try to be as healthy as possible. Try to come back, prepare the next one, and then get ready for the playoffs.
For you as a coach, this team is very international, so you have people going all different places, playing all different types of games. How do you go into next weekend? Like, do you watch every game? Are you
Absolutely.
yeah? And is it nerve-wracking because they're no longer on your team and you're like,
no, I'm super proud of them. I mean, if I'm selfish, I would say, like, okay, I don't want them to go with the international team because I want them here, but nah, that's not. I'm so proud. Just seeing now, for example, Keisha going with France, first call up for her. She was yesterday almost like, wow, So this is also why we work, and try to help them to develop as a team, individually, with the international, team. So seeing that we have a lot of players going with the national teams, I think that means something. It seems like we are doing a good job, and representing your country, I think, is something that you need to be proud of. So as a coach, I'm super proud of them. So I will follow them for sure.
Awesome.
I cannot control that. The only thing that I can control today is just give her rest, just in case. So that's why she didn't play today, and because she's been playing a lot of minutes. So again, and trying to be, supportive. International players, I think all of them, they want to represent their country. We need to support that, and then obviously trying to have a good communication with the national coaches if we can, or the staff, trying to be connected as best as possible to help the players in terms of what they were doing, what are they going to do there once they finish. Obviously we need to get all the information to see how they are in that moment. At the end of the day, we work together to help the players as best as possible, and things that we cannot control. I don't want to waste too much energy. The only thing that we can do is what we've been doing, making rotations, try to recover as best as possible. They are understanding now that this is really important too, because it's the first year that we are playing two competitions, and I think we've done a great job also managing CONCACAF and the league, and a big learning for the players, for the staff, and I'm proud of how we're managing it.
I think Kate should claim that one more than me. She played a good ball in. But, everyone swarmed me, and I was like, guys, I didn't touch it. But, as you said, I said that earlier. I was like, I need my goal this year. Like, I've been allergic to the goal the past few games. So it was nice to, contribute in a different sense, I guess, and just putting pressure there. And Kate obviously played a great ball. But,
Kate, I guess you've been taking set pieces throughout the season, and it's been, I think, by my count, it was like the 12th league goal via some kind of set piece for the team. How has that been to sort of have the sort of array of plans that you guys have, the set plays that actually are being effective? It's not just the service, it's also the runs and everything like that. How has that been for you?
Yeah, I think we've tried at least to have some variety in our set pieces this year, different types of delivery, different types of playing short, try to keep teams guessing a little bit, but really it comes down to quality of service and quality of runs into the box. And when you can execute on both of those, I think that's very, very difficult to defend.
Does it feel like you've scored 12? There was a little bit of
12 feels like a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy about it though. Yeah, that's great.
So both of you guys have battled kind of injury this season and come back from that. How does it feel to just kind of be out there playing together and linking up for these goals, scoring some goals?
Yeah, you said it. Paige and I, both had to battle through some serious injuries the first half of the year. And I think I'm very grateful for her throughout that entire process, just keeping me motivated. And so to be able to kind of see the fruit of that work out on the field these past couple of weeks, and especially today, was pretty special. And then to link up a little bit on the goal almost was pretty great as well. And so I think we talk about it a lot, but for me, the strength of this team is our relationships. And this is just kind of like a mini version of the strength of the team is the strength of the two of us and our relationship.
And a lot of kind of rotation in the defense this game, the whole season. How does that kind of impact your guys playing? Because, it's never the same back four there, back four, back five, back three.
Yeah, I would say sometimes we walk in and we're like, well, we never know what to expect game to game. And, I think that's a strength. I think that's, we're so lucky to be able to walk into each game and be like, something might be different today. This lineup might start, this lineup might start. You might be asked to do this, you might be asked to do this. And being able to, one, get used to, that type of variability, I think that is a giant strength in anyone's career, just being able to perform 90 minutes, 60 minutes, 30 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it needs to be. And I think that our entire back line has a really great relationship with being okay with that and being up for the challenge, whatever challenge it might be that week.
Thank you.
Okay, today we play against two Orlando Pride. We lost. You're having a lot of positive questions. I have to be the one who has to make the negative ones. How was to play against Orlando Pride and also against Marta?
Yeah, I think it's still, for me in my second year, a little surreal every time I step on the field with Marta. And obviously the Pride has a ton of talent and a ton of depth on their roster as well. And so we knew that coming into today, it was going to be a challenge. And today they got the best of us. And I think, honestly, the timing of this is really positive to poke some holes in our game right before for playoffs so that we kind of have this international break coming up and one more game against Utah to shore up those holes and make sure that we can kind of fix the things that we need to fix before we head into the playoffs.
And how do you manage to having too many games in 1 week, and also some players they going international, like Rebecca? She even say hi and bye because she has to travel. So how do you handle all of these situations?
Yeah, I'd just say, I think we talk about this a lot, and I think Kate mentioned it too. The depth on our team is, I think, really special. I think we kind of touched on the last question, but we ask a lot of our players, and everyone has seen a ton of different roles throughout the year. So I think that's been really special, especially with these CONCACAF games. As you mentioned, 3 games in a week is never easy, but I'm proud of what we've put out from, I guess, the start of last week to the end of this week. And yeah, as you said, international break, some people get to more time to rest and some people have to go back to their national teams. But I mean, I'm just really excited for all the players that get to go to their national teams, but also, I guess, the much needed rest for the rest of us as well.
Hey guys, this is for both of you. Aubrey kind of mentioned it was the little mistakes that led to Orlando getting the result. From your vantage point, where did you feel Orlando succeeded in getting those opportunities to get the win, and where do you feel this team can go to bounce back from that, especially as we head into the playoffs, as you mentioned?
Yeah, I think Aubrey was correct in saying that it was the little details, kind of little things being switched on set pieces, knowing roles there. I think it comes down to some little 1v1 defending moments that can make the difference in a tight game like this. But the good thing is that those are very fixable things, and that's on us, right? Like, so we get to go back on the training ground and work on those and try to improve and fix it heading into playoffs. And like I said before, I think this was good timing if it was going to happen now.
Thank you.
Go to the side in the back.
Hi, this is for both of you. So fans have been chanting "Free DC" at the 51st minute for several games of the season now. Just wondering what both of your thoughts were on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're in a unique situation where we get to kind of be a voice for our city and represent kind of a lot of diversity that the city stands for. And I think that we just like to show our support for the city and whatever the city is feeling at these times. Like, I think that's great that our games are a place that they can represent themselves and make a stand for something larger.
Thanks. I wanted to ask, because no one has asked Paige yet, about your assist. That really did a good job of riding that line, staying in bounds. What did you see on that?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was just thinking, I don't even think I even saw Sophie. I was like, I just need to get on this ball and see what happens. And I didn't think I was gonna, to be honest, but somehow I got more power on it than I thought I was. And if you look at the replay of Sophie's goal, like, she snuck it in the smallest little gap. So it was cool. I didn't get to see it. Like, I was kind of on the ground. So it was nice to watch the replay and see that.
Thank you.
And go here.
Hi, you say the team need to fix a little thing. What do you think the team need to improve close to the playoff games?
Yeah, I think obviously it's nice to get a goal off a set piece today. It's not so nice to concede off a set piece today. So those are little details that we can shore up on the training field for sure. I think some of our defending in wide spaces, Orlando presented some different rotations that were a little challenging to us. So I think working on that relationship between outside back and winger, that's an area for us to improve as well.
Thank you.
Take one more from Jason.
Thank you. This is for both of you. We asked Adrián several questions about approaching the international break from the perspective of several players are going to leave. I think Rebecca had to be brief with us because she's got to go like now. But I'm wondering how you approach the international break with, I'm assuming, probably a couple well-earned days off here, but then after that, how do you approach that given it's kind of a strange moment in the season to have like one game and then the playoffs coming out of a 2-week break?
Yeah, I think as Kate keeps mentioning, I think like these 2 weeks are definitely, obviously we don't have the full team, but we can still practice those things like being cleaner on set pieces, watching those rotations with getting that communication with outside backs, outside forwards, any of types of those relationships, even though that might not be what is going to be on the field come quarterfinals or semifinals. I think just an identity of our team and growing those identities when new people step in after international breaks, it's easier for them to learn them if we've been working on them. And as you said, obviously, much needed rest. It's been a long season, so I don't think we're going to run in guns blazing the next 2 weeks, but definitely working on those things that we need to work on.